Moving to the late games though, Tom, Dallas at Buffalo. Apparently there could be weather involved in this one, which could be a big dampener on some of the fancy hopes of some of these players.
Yeah, but then like we saw last week, the game against the Ravens and the Rams was the one where everyone was like, oh no, there's going to be lots of rain, there's going to be lots of wind. And sometimes when you get two high-powered offenses, it just really doesn't matter. So we want to be careful about it. We don't want to not pay any attention to it. But I think what these two teams do well is good enough that they should outplay any weather concerns. I mean, Dak Prescott's been a top 3 quarterback in 6 of the last 8 games. CeeDee Lamb's had 5 straight games with touchdowns. Jake Ferguson, back-to-back games with top 10 finishes. Like, he's right up there with the most red zone targets among any player this year. Brandon Cooks, he's had a really good streak since the bye week. He has had only a 12% target share in the last 4. But this matchup feels like a really good one for him because the Bills rank 32nd against wide receiver 2s in DVOA. Michael Gallup is a player I can't bring myself to start anywhere now. He's had 2 double-digit games in the last 9. In DFS, I'd consider adding him in because he is the cheapest option. And then on the Bills side, I mean, this is just Josh Allen, only QB with 2 36-point games this year. You know that you always have that real slate breaking potential with him. Diggs, it's been rough for him, and I don't know if it's going to get any better. He's only had 1 game over 34 yards in the last 4. That's not what you sign up for in a round 1 wide receiver. Kincaid, Dawson Knox came back. He still saw sort of 8 targets a game, which we've been seeing. But his yards per target was 2.6, which was the lowest mark since week 3. Another week removed, are we going to get him more involved further down the field? That's the risk there. I mean, Dalton Kincaid is the kind of player who's probably helped people get to the playoffs. But do you have any faith in starting him this week, particularly against the Cowboys team that their pass defense is excellent? It's a top 6 unit. And then lastly, James Cook. I mean, you've talked about him plenty on the Dynasty side of things. 4 straight games over 100 yards from scrimmage. He has been playing really well, even if it has been less opportunities when they do get him on the field. He's been excellent. So even though it doesn't feel like a fantastic matchup for him, because the Cowboys rank top 6 against the run and the pass, maybe he can just get there through the high-value touches.
Yeah, it does feel like there's ways to attack this, but there's a lot of disappointing players. I've just seen a news break up on my phone that Brandon Cooks hasn't practiced today. Apparently, he's struggling with it, honestly. It feels like half the NFL is coming down with it at the moment. He should be fine for Sunday, but maybe definitely one to check in tomorrow. Hopefully, he's going to get a full practice in tomorrow. If you are setting those lineups and you're watching this and you want your questions answered, it doesn't matter if you've missed the live show. Over the next 3 days, Tom and I will be answering 100% of the questions. Get them in the comments below, and we'll be firing up those answers and help you set your lineups, answering your trade questions, or whatever you want answered. Make sure you get them down below.